everything is quieter.
Movies. Addicts. Movie Addicts Anonymous. Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. This is Movie Addicts Anonymous, where every media junkie is welcome.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
Jay, and who are you fine young gentlemen?
I'm Eric.
I'm Sophie.
And we're talking about a very cult, classic favorite, dare I say, iconic film.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Classic film. Jennifer's Body. Not Jennifer Love Hewitt's body.
Also 10 out of 10.
Not Jennifer Aniston's body.
Also 9 out of 10.
Not Jennifer Lawrence's body.
Yeah.
Okay. But
You would like her body.
Megan Fox's body. I
Yeah,
ran out of
I know.
Jennifer's. Anyway. Welcome to the podcast. It is very late. This is late night edition. We do this late every time.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
just regular.
Are you guys tired?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your hair kind of looks like I made it, tussled it messy on purpose.
No, I was
does.
sleeping.
Yeah,
Or trying. Well, not. I was relaxing.
but you were just sleeping.
I kind of want to cut it off.
Your hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like do a fade.
Yeah, you could.
You should shave your beard, your eyebrows.
What do you mean just do a
and your
fade though? Like
hair.
fade the sides?
Definitely not shaving everything.
Your eyebrows at least.
Just the eyebrows and leave the beard.
Yeah.
Fade.
Yeah.
Just like short on the top. Just like a high and tight.
Yeah.
Something nice and neat for a little bit.
Yeah.
With a beard.
Yeah, you could do that.
You don't like that?
Shave your head, shave your eyebrows, shave your beard, leave a mustache.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
I know.
Yeah, you should do that. That'd be good. Yeah, so what are your guys' overall thoughts of Jennifer's Body? The movie. Not her actual body. We will get into that.
Well, okay, yeah. I don't know.
It wasn't like a superb movie. However, when I went brain dead and just sat back and relaxed, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The more I thought about it, the more I realized actually that it was much better than it was surface value.
Yeah, I feel like it was trying to do a lot and it didn't always succeed in what it was trying, but I saw the message
Yeah.
that it was going for. But I did think a lot of it was cool. It'll get into one of my chips about it, but it felt like a time capsule of its era
That's true.
in the year. But yeah, so let's
When
get
was it? 2008?
no, 2009.
Oh, okay.
So close enough.
That felt more dated than like Batman Begins.
Yeah. Well, because Batman and movies like that are kind of timeless, and the fact that they don't reference things like movies like this, like teen movies are always going to feel like the part of its time because that's what teenness is.
Yeah.
Batman's just always Batman, whatever era. It kind of always feels timeless.
Really?
Yeah, so let's get into the stats of this movie real quick. The box office information. This movie came out September 18th, 2009. So how old were you guys in 2009? This was a throwback.
14.
I was 10.
I was 42. Last
No,
time I said I
you
was
were
40.
not.
I keep getting older the older the movies get.
You were like, what?
17?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 17. Yeah, because I'm 30 now, so I don't know what math is.
When were you born?
So 91.
So 18?
Yeah, so I was like 18. I was legal, guys. So, and the budget for this movie was a mere $16 million. So it wasn't a big budget,
Chump change.
which is weird to say that that's chump change for movies nowadays, but that is. The opening weekend only brought in $6 million. Oh, I forgot to do this research. I wanted to see what it was going up against in the box office. It was probably going up against a pretty big movie.
They also got trashed, though, by the critics.
Yeah. Well, actually, 2009, that's the year. Okay, Marvel started with Iron Man 2008. So there was I think Iron Man 2 or something was coming out.
Captain America? When did that start?
Captain America was like 2010-ish.
Was there a Thor?
Yeah, it was probably like Thor. One of those movies came out. It was probably going up against that. And but it worldwide it's brought in $31 million. So it has like doubled its money. It didn't make a fuck ton, but it did make some. So that's good. The director is Karen Kusama, and she's pretty much known for her biggest movie she directed was Aeon Flux. Do you guys remember that movie?
Nope.
It's some like action movie. And then she's just like a TV director. She directed a lot of TV shows. And the writer's name is Diablo Cody.
What a great name.
Yeah.
It's a lady.
Another lady. She
Really?
wrote the movie
That's
Juno.
awesome.
You know Juno?
Yeah.
And she wrote the movie Tully. So she's a good writer. And so yeah, it was interesting because I was watching this and I was like, was this made by men? But it wasn't. If you really think about it, it was made by women. And not think about it, but if you just Google it, it was made by women. And then so the top build, actually no, before we get into top build, the ratings for this movie, IMDb gave it a 5.3 out of 10. In Rotten Tomatoes, it got a 45% critical and it got a 35% audience. So actually the audience,
Oh wow, that's weird.
the audience liked this movie less than the critics, which is weird. I thought it would be the opposite.
Well, the thing, I was reading them a thing right before, like a little bit ago, and it was saying how it was marketed so much, like the marketing was very much targeted towards boys, like boys and young men, and it really was, like, the movie wasn't about that at all, so that they really, like, missed who they were marketing towards.
Yeah.
That could be why the audience didn't like it.
I actually remember the commercials
Yeah, it just shows her
from
like
high school, and it's like her like half naked or
like
dark
burning her
scenes.
tongue.
Yeah.
I remember
And
that.
she's not really naked much in it.
No.
Just the lakes.
No, it's like that's it.
There's like a couple more.
Yeah, she's just like gorgeous, but it's really not even about her looks that makes her so hot. It's like her confidence and her like
Yeah.
killing people and covered in blood.
I mean,
That's my own thing. I'm attracted to people beat up. Like I love John Wick, Keanu Reeves when he's all like dying and bloody.
Yeah.
agree.
That's the hottest to me. I don't know why. I like blood. Bathed in his blood. Okay. So top build is of course Megan Fox, known for her iconic role in Transformers. That came out in 2007. That put her on the scene.
The iconic role was the one scene where she was opening
Leaning over
a
the
hood.
car.
Leaning over the hood, and I remember it was like the same type of outfit she was wearing in this
Yeah,
movie.
it's like those jean shorts and crop
Jean
top.
shorts, crop top,
It was, I
very.
didn't even see the movie, but I know it wasn't jean shorts. It was jean skirt and an orange.
Yeah.
Was it a jean skirt?
Crop top.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
I'll pull up the thing in post to see that you're probably wrong, but she is so gorge, iconic. So that came out in 2007. Then
This doesn't even look like real.
no, she looks like an alien.
Yeah.
And then also, so she had two movies come out this year, the 2009. She had this movie, Jennifer's Body, and Transformers 2. Both came out in 2009. And then the following year, she was in a movie called Jonah Hex in 2010. Do you remember this movie? I remember watching it in theaters, and I remember liking it, but this was at like the height of her career.
It is
Yeah.
a skirt. You were right.
Yeah. Yeah, jean skirt though, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this was at the height of her career. Do you remember Jonah Hex, that movie she was in?
No.
She was in that. And then weirdly, I just saw this when I was scrolling through her IMDb. She was in the Eminem music video Love the Way You Lie with Rihanna.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Where
'Cause
she's again getting beat.
yeah. This was at the height of her career.
Really?
Yeah. She's like thrown against the wall. The house is like on fire. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the right one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is what's happening in the video.
And then number 2 build is Amanda Seyfried. Is that how you say her name?
Seyfried?
Seyfried. I don't know. I love her. She's obviously known for. I thought what put her on the map was Mean Girls.
She was in Mean Girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like the.
one of the mean girls.
She was like
Oh,
the dumb
shit.
friend that she's like, my breasts tell me when it's raining. She's like, it's 30% chance it's raining. She's like standing under an umbrella.
Yeah. She's like squeezing her.
Yeah.
boobs.
I love that movie so much. The other girl, she's like, my dad invented toaster strudel. Like, that's how she was famous. Such an amazing backstory for someone to invent toaster strudel.
She was also in Ted, too.
Yeah.
I liked her in that movie.
And Mamma Mia.
Yep. Mamma Mia
Jockey Hollow.
remake. She was in, so this same year of 2009, she had 3 movies come out that year. She did Jennifer's Body, a movie called Boogie Woogie, and a movie called Chloe. And then the following year, she was in the movie Dear John with Channing Tatum. That
I've heard of it. I never seen
it's
it.
like a love movie. I didn't see it. And then in 2011, she was in that movie In Time with Justin Timberlake. I love that movie. I want us to.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
I want us to cover it on this. It's so good. Then third build is Johnny Simmons. He plays Chip. Chip is so
I
cute.
like Chip.
Love
What a
Chip.
sweetie pie.
Eric had a crush on Chip.
Chip was so nice.
He also had 3 movies come out that year. This movie, Hotel for Dogs, and The Greatest. And then the following year, he was in the Scott Pilgrim versus the World or whatever.
Pilgrim Pussy.
And yeah. And then he was in the movie in 2012, The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh, he was in that.
Yeah, so he was kind of just like that type of role, like the nerdy teen that you love. And now he's grown up to be super hot. And then fourth build is Adam Brody playing Nikolai. He's like the evil like sacrificer.
The singer from the band.
Yeah, all the eyeliner. He's most famously known for being on the teen show The OC, running from 2003 to 2007. He was also in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
He was in that?
Really?
Yeah, in 2005.
As
He was
like a child?
no, in 2005 he was like 20-ish probably. Cuz OC ended in 2007.
Is he a member of that band?
I don't know. And then he was also in the new Shazam movie in 2019. I forgot about that. He played one of the superheroes. So that is topped build. We need to do our box office predictions. We need to figure out. We all bet to see how much
36
Halloween.
million.
We bet how much Halloween was gonna bring in.
I don't remember this at all.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So
Because
you
we
also don't
boxed you
remember.
in.
Oh yeah, you did.
All right. So let's.
I hope I win.
So let's see. I don't even know what it did.
Actually, I'm kind of rooting for that because that would be hilarious.
Hold on. I need to see. Yeah, because you have to. Yeah, I remember this now.
If
Hold
it's
on.
not exactly.
Yeah.
Was it like 47?
No.
It was like 49 or something.
49, I think.
Oh. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. What the fuck? Okay. So our predictions here. Wait, did I write them down somewhere?
Yes, you did.
Hansel and
I know
Gretel.
you
Okay.
did.
All right. So last week we did some predictions for Halloween Kills, the opening weekend for domestically. Eric's guess was 49 million. Sophie's guess was 48 million, and my guess was 50 million. So we boxed Eric tightly in between us. And ding, ding, ding. Opening weekend brought in $49 million. So we pretty much made it impossible for Eric to win, and he did. Which is wild. I mean, to be fair, it's 49.4 mil, but I always just round
down.
I always round down. So, in worldwide, it's brought in 57. That is insane. So you won. So that means you get to guess.
You really did deserve
Fuck you guys.
that.
That is so crazy. That's so funny. So anyway, so you get to guess
Oh my
last.
God. This is like the highlight.
Yeah.
of his
I like
week.
this.
Yeah. So you get to guess last now. So if you want to fuck one of us over, you can.
Oh yeah.
So the next movie that's coming out, we're gonna be guessing for is Dune. Do you guys know anything about that movie?
No. What is Dune?
I don't know. It's like a remake of like a classic movie. It looks really good with
What was in the class?
with like
the original one.
with Timothy Chalamet.
Charlemagne?
Yeah.
Chalamet.
Eat that peach.
Chalamet.
Do you ever see the peach scene where Army Hammer jizzes in the peach and he eats it, or vice versa?
No.
That sounds like
The
something
peach
he would
jizzes
do.
him?
No.
No, he jizzes in the peach. And
One
then
of them jizz in the peach.
slurps it up.
Yeah. Anyway, this is Dune. It's like, wait, should we watch the trailer
Yes.
first to before we make our guesses?
Yes.
Just so you guys can like think what you would make. But that is wild that you won.
Yeah.
I know. What were the freaking chances? I was positive you were gonna lose.
I was too.
That is insane.
Are you so happy with yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that cast. So many.
That looks like a pretty dope movie.
Yeah, it looks very epic. I've been pumped for it for a while. So now that we've seen the trailer, I'll go first. I have a lot of faith in this movie because of the big name cast. There's been a lot of hype around it. I'm gonna go 90 million. What's your guess? Eric gets to go last. He's the winner.
96 million.
Oh, fuck. I wanted you to go lower than him.
Why?
You can fuck with us or think what you act. Do you think it'll make less than what we're guessing?
No, I was pretty confident in it.
Yeah.
Just because of the cast.
Because
And
Venom made
and it
90.
looked cool.
Venom made 90.
So we're gonna go with. You said 96.
Did I?
Yes.
Yes.
No, you weren't supposed to help him.
So 97.
Okay. All right, so we'll let you guys know next week who the winner of box office prediction is for Dune. Now, without further ado, if you guys don't know the format, we go into what we call Movie Addict Chips, where we talk about all the things we loved, hated, despised.
Loved. You said that.
Yeah, I already said that.
But that's usually what I say.
Found interesting.
Found interesting,
Felt neutral about.
jerked off to.
Oh, God, so many of that.
All of the things is we call them our Movie Addict Chips. And who wants to go first? So you get to go first because you won the box office.
I'm Penn and Ann.
Okay, fine. Sophie.
The more, like, as the movie went on, I just enjoyed that it was kind of, like, weird. Like, a little offbeat.
Yes.
It was, yeah, that's how it felt, but I kind of liked it a little bit. Like
No, I did
that.
too. I like that too. I'll piggyback onto your chip.
That's the part one of the
Okay,
chip.
what's the second one?
Part two of the chip is, so I know that they did that ritual, but I wondered how the demon got into her.
I feel like we were talking about that.
Yeah, okay, so
Really?
they explained it. They explained it that when she was if she was actually a virgin, she would have just died. But since she wasn't a virgin, that she got possessed by a demon instead.
Yeah, but like that
okay.
scene just like cut out, and then there was nothing to expand on that.
That's true. You're right. That is.
Well, that happened a lot. The pacing was really off. I thought they were gonna throw her in the well.
I thought that
And she was
too,
gonna come out of
but
the
it just
well.
went black and then
Yes,
she was
They
fine.
should have done that.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna come out of the well, and yeah, but at the end it was just like the knife she found.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. I'm glad that at the end the band got murdered. I was really happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thrilled about that. I would have liked to also seen Jennifer kill them because it would have been. Well, I know,
Yeah, but she
it
kind of
made more-
like she
it
kind
made
of
sense that
liked that they did that
Maybe.
though. She like loved being demonic.
yeah.
I wonder if that was
because it wasn't her anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It just loved being the demon loved being.
Yeah.
Okay, piggyback.
Yeah, I just said that the pacing was strange for the movie. It was very like shit was just happening out of nowhere. Like she was just all like I know they tried to do that like stylistic thing where they start in the future and then flash back to after she was in the prison, but she's in the prison and then she's not, and then Jennifer's like acting weird, catching things on fire, but then gets possessed. So like,
Yeah, who caught shit on fire?
yeah. So I guess the fire was just
Well, it could
natural.
have been a natural fire.
It must have just been a natural fire, but they
What
made
if it was
Because
the band?
it started with the wiring from the band.
Yes, but what,
yeah. So maybe it was the band,
Yeah, what if it was the band and they were just trying to like capture somebody?
and
And have a
also
reason to get him out? Although I feel like they wouldn't need that.
It could have just been how it was.
Yeah, that could have been just how it was.
I also loved that Amanda Seyfried's character her name was Needy, and she was a
Yes.
very needy person.
She didn't seem that needy.
Well, in the beginning, she did.
She was like a very like.
She was needy
wasn't-
for Jennifer's attention in the beginning.
She wasn't like confident in herself.
Yeah.
But
She was like more needed to be attached to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this
But
cat is
not,
attacking
like,
my mic.
Needy.
Ann is
Sure.
gorgeous.
But the weird thing about the pacing and like the writing and the structure of the movie was weird because it was coming from Needy's perspective. So you weren't like seeing, it would have made more sense to me if it was from Jennifer's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because the
I
movie,
wonder why they did it like that.
because the movie was called Jennifer's Body. So it was from Needy's perspective. So like Jennifer, it would just randomly cut to Jennifer just like being possessed, then killing someone, then burning her tongue, and then dying. So I guess they were trying to show you it all from Needy's perspective, but it just seemed like weird.
I have something to piggyback off of that I was thinking about. That was one of my chips. That what if Jennifer was never actually possessed, and Needy was just so traumatized because people kept being like, I think you're seeing things.
Yeah,
like,
what? Yeah, because
what if she was so traumatized that she was seeing all these things and she
killed all those boys herself?
Yeah, like what if there hadn't been, like, Jennifer, there wasn't a demonic ritual, but she had just been, like, you know,
raped or whatever,
and like had this like heavy like in her from that, and so Needy was just like attaching like a demonic, because something awful had happened to her, attaching that feeling to just her being demonic and all the trauma that had happened, and was like, because she was with her.
Yeah,
and, like,
that's
that
an interesting take
in her brain. And what if none of that stuff actually happened? It just happened in Needy's head, and then she eventually killed her and went to jail for it.
So yeah, I really like that theory, because at the very end she like turns back, she gets her powers, and the mother just thinks she killed her. Mm-hmm. The only flaw with that theory is who killed all the boys? Needy?
Maybe.
So
because when you're traumatized, you can black out and stuff.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty odd.
Yeah, okay. The only one I thought is, didn't one of the boys get killed while she was with Chip?
Yeah, and then Chip died, but she could have killed Chip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of the boys did get. Oh, but she was having flashbacks to it. Maybe she was just remembering herself.
Yeah, and she was like seeing stuff.
She was seeing stuff, because that was another annoying thing. I was like, why are they so connected?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
a best friend necklace.
Which made no sense. But that's a really good. Yeah, and why did the best friend necklace make her lose her powers?
I have no idea.
It was almost like if your theory is right, which you just blew my mind with this theory. She took the necklace off of her, and it took Jennifer's powers away, or just made her stop hallucinating and realize that Jennifer wasn't demonic the whole time.
Or it well, I think part of that is, okay, this goes into another one of my chips.
Yeah.
So her cutting the necklace, I think, let me see what I wrote down. But I think a lot of it, it was very much about them, and it played into, or it demonstrated, because it was also written by a female writer and directed by a female, so
yeah,
they had very personal, obviously experience with relationships between women, and how it can be toxic, and so that is also so what did I fucking write down?
But that would make so much sense.
It said, I liked how they explored the toxicity of female friendship, and how one oftentimes and just not just with females, but one person can be more of a people pleaser, and one can be more insecure but demanding.
Yeah.
And
I felt as far as a relationship dynamic goes, it was
and
kind
how
of
closely intertwined they were.
They were super, maybe almost codependent.
That was actually one of my chips. Their codependent relationship. Yeah.
Oh,
you're good. Go.
Yeah, well,
no,
I just hadn't
go.
finished it.
You go.
And when one of them realizes how unhealthy it was, and tries to push back or break it, the one that they're pushing back against, that used to hold the power, she wants to destroy what's breaking
up
the
that
line
relationship
of her power, aka that relationship, and that's making her feel worthy and strong, and that's Jennifer. And so I just realized when you said that it played into that chip, her breaking the necklace is breaking that
bond,
toxic spiral bond.
Yeah, so if Needy was hallucinating her all of her negative stuff, she thought of Jennifer as her demonic stuff. When she pulled the necklace off, she lost her powers.
Yeah.
So Jennifer, when she pulled the necklace off, Jennifer went back to just
Being
Jennifer.
Jennifer, and she killed her.
She stopped giving Jennifer all that power.
And she killed her.
Yeah.
So this could be true. Jennifer could have not been demonic this whole time. It could have all been in Needy's head.
Yeah.
And
Needy
that's why
lost it.
that's why she was connected. That's why she could sense when she was killing that guy. That's why she could sense when she was killing her boyfriend, because she was killing them the whole time.
Yeah. Well, Jennifer was going after the she went after the emo guy only after Needy said he was cute.
Yeah. Or cool.
Yeah.
Cool. But
The
I think it's made it seem like Needy did think that he was like kind of cute.
And then the football guy,
Yeah.
Needy said, "Oh, he looks so sad."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And she went after him.
yeah, it was just Jennifer like attacking, I guess what's kind of like what you said, what is threatening to her power in the relationship.
Yeah. Which also, because it plays a lot into also like them having romantic feelings towards each other. So it also, if it was Jennifer, they both feel for each other, but they're best friends. She's like killing what outwardly would threaten
Yeah.
the relationship.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. Yeah, that is our new theory. Let us know in the comments, guys, if you think that Needy was the demon person all along. Or there was no demon person. It was all in her head. Well, she did have superpowers at the end.
Yeah, she did.
So maybe she had
Adrenaline.
Maybe she had superpowers from the beginning and caught the place on fire.
Maybe the movie is just a metaphor for relationships.
I think it is.
Yeah.
What's your next chip? Or first chip?
Hot lesbians.
Hot lesbians? Yeah, I like that too. That's going to go into my chip. There were certain scenes where they were really playing into Megan Fox's hotness.
Also, there was no need for some of it sometimes.
Yeah.
There
I was a
no
fan, but there was no need.
technical need for it, but in
But there
my
was a
heart
need.
there was need for it.
There we go.
Yeah, and it was hot. And I loved her, like, I'll just go into my chip of I loved her. It's such a 2000s time capsule. I loved her outfits, very
Yes.
2000s-y. She had, like, those, like, fuzzy pink shorts, and then she had, like, the tank top, like, the hoodie, t-shirt, tank tops. And
Yes.
it was so iconic of that time. I really did like that. But yeah, I also like think their relationship, like I'll just go into that chip as well. We're just all over the place, but we're talking about it. They had a weird codependent relationship. And so one of my questions in the chip was, why can Needy feel her? So I think we explained that.
Yeah.
They were connected because it was Needy all along. It was Needy all along. Oh, you guys didn't watch Scarlet and what is that called? WandaVision. You guys didn't watch WandaVision. Yeah, so this also was triggering though for me because being a gay person and going to high school, been through that, where being in love with your straight friend, don't want to admit it to yourself, finally realizing it. And so this was like all those terrible feelings boiling up into like
Murdering them.
into like murder and demonic. So it's pretty cool. So
Relatable.
this is a very relatable story
Yeah.
to people like that. I mean, because even to straight people, I feel like there could be straight people that could just fall in love with their friend and not be gay.
Yeah.
Like, I bet that happens a lot. Probably more with women, because I don't know, a lot of straight guys wouldn't let themselves think that. Like, they would
just be like, I want to fuck her.
they would like shut it down before. No, I'm talking about if it was a straight guy with another straight friend.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't let themselves get there because they'd be like, this is gay. But like, I think it's more happens to like women probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that was really interesting. What's your next chip? Have you ever been in love with a guy friend?
No.
No,
I've
not even close.
No.
What you
I also don't like men because daddy issues.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well,
I don't
that
get like
doesn't-
emotionally close to dudes, except for you, which is odd.
Yeah, well, it's because I'm pretty much a woman.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the material.
pretty much.
Obviously, a woman. Like,
Mm.
I don't know.
So I thought in the beginning when in the van scene after they're out of the fire and she goes into the van with the band.
Yeah.
Later on we do find out that there was the whole ritual, but how they made it seem was just very like rapey, and like that was what was about to happen. And
Well, she even asked, she's like, "Are you guys rapists?"
Yeah.
yes,
Great line.
Which was fierce.
And also the ritual was very much like taking advantage and whatever. So it just felt, even when that came along, it's still like you found out what actually happened. It still felt very much like that. And so
Yeah.
it did. This I was thinking about before. What if it was all in Needy's head? It did make a lot of sense because I was just in the book I was reading. The guy was saying that a lot of times rape victims have either immediately after or during, like, one of the, like, how there's the stages of grief, like rage will be a big thing that happens
Yeah.
after, whether it's directly after or after stuff like that. Like any traumatic event, you can be shut down or block it out for a long time, and then if it comes back like that, you'll experience that rage. And a lot of times people will like kill their abuser, not a lot of times, but it does happen.
Yeah.
Kill their abuser, or like once they're like out of that fog and it really hits them that that's happened, like even though it's so much like in time, it's so much after their brain, it's just clicking in their brain, and they'll kill them then when they're like out of this denial, like foggy state.
Yeah, like shock and yeah.
And just like how just the rage of it all. And it just made me think about that after that scene, and then how Jennifer acted, like, because he was just talking a lot about how like rage just takes over, and like that was what it looked like a lot to me in the movie with her and the demon.
Yeah, so like
And-
the demon could represent her PTSD.
yeah.
You know what's interesting? Because you were talking about it. I know a lot of time in like psychology literature, they say that like sexual trauma survivors can go either way of like hating similar people, so like women not liking men whatsoever and shutting down to it,
Mm-hmm.
or going the exact opposite route and becoming hypersexual.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this movie, Jennifer's running around, one, killing a bunch of dudes, but also doing it by like luring them in seductively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah,
So it is
made
both.
me think about that a lot.
Yeah, so that's really good comparison.
And-
Yeah, so it's like her PTSD was like
Her demon.
her demon was the physical manifestation of her post-traumatic
Which is
stress.
like when people are like, I have demons, that's essentially what they're talking about. Is like awful
Yeah.
things that have happened to them that
Haunt them.
haunt them.
Yeah, so it's like in a literal sense in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie's just filled with metaphors.
So that's one thing that made me think about
This
a lot.
movie's like better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I know.
We're gonna make this simpler. I
Yeah.
thought they did a good job with that scene though, where she's getting into the van and it seems super rapey.
Yeah.
And then they cut that scene and you don't like go back to that for a while in the movie, and
Yeah.
it makes you wonder what actually happened.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
all from Needy's
Yeah.
perspective.
You're like, how
Yeah.
did they get there?
Yeah.
What happened in that van?
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what I wondered
witch
that a
cult.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I found out the band was still alive, I was like, well, where did all that blood come
Yeah.
from? And then you find out she got stabbed. But
Yeah, it's
I
her
agree
blood.
with that.
Was that your chip?
Yeah, sure.
I thought you were gonna say, bring it back to something simpler. I liked when they were making out.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
I
that
was
too.
expecting you to say.
Is that one of your chips too?
I had hot lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was
I
it.
thought that
Okay.
She wrote like
scene-
essays and I was like, I'm just gonna talk.
So your
that
only chip
scene
was
with
lesbians.
them making out and stuff. It was really hot, but in like a kind of really beautiful way. I thought like
It was
it
artistically
was
done.
It was sexual, but like beautiful. Like
It felt a little.
I just liked it.
It felt a little like unnecessary and out of left field.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they
so?
were both so beautiful, and
Yeah,
for like a split second, it was like
they were really into it. Yeah.
Mhm. I was too.
And do you think like, so do you think there was any part of Jennifer left, or was it all demon?
No, I feel like it was probably like an exaggeration of who she actually was as a person.
Because I think at that moment she was looking for some sort of like
Do
humanity.
you think that because she fits like the mean girl trope in movies, or do you think that because that's actually
So I was looking
the
at
feeling you got?
No, so I was thinking at it from like the relationship standpoint between Needy and Jennifer. I feel like the demonic part was really just an exaggeration of that person who is overly possessive. And,
Yeah.
you know,
I like
with
that.
different toxic traits like that, because she'd go after the people
Yeah.
in that
I
relationship.
Like that a lot.
Yeah, because I feel like Needy was romantically and sexually attracted to Jennifer, and I think Jennifer wasn't to Needy. I think
It's like breadcrumbing. She
Yeah.
keeps a line of power
she was
available.
she's kind of like a narcissist in
Yeah.
that way. Like
Yeah.
she wanted Needy in that relationship,
Mhm.
but she didn't want to actually be with her. But she didn't want Needy to be with anyone else.
She didn't like Needy that way, but having Needy around fulfilled some of her needs,
Yeah.
like a need for attention and admiration.
So that's why and I think in that moment, for one, I think she was just high off just killing that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she was
Needy
making out with her.
Pet.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like her pet, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
It was like Needy was her pet,
Like
and then
she cares about her, but she's
yeah.
less than.
And it was like that scene, yeah, and then that scene when she came home and she's kind of like, let's just like play boyfriend and girlfriend like we used to, and like we can have sleepovers again. It's almost like she was rewarding her pet.
And it's just giving
Yes.
Needy just enough to keep hanging on.
Yeah.
She's very manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't mind it. I did like her character, and one line that she said in it kind of encompassed that. When
What?
she
Ow, my
was like,
titty?
at
Yeah,
least
my tit.
I know. No, when she was like, at
I
least
go
I'm
both ways.
consistent.
Yeah. Yeah, at least
She-
I'm
It
consistent.
was just like who, like
She's consistently shitty.
Yeah, she's like, at
But
least
I
I'm
liked
consistent.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also Needy's fault for being like two have to tango, or whatever the fuck. I don't know what the saying
Mhm.
is. I always say sayings wrong on this podcast.
It takes two to tango.
two have to tango.
Yeah, Needy Needy chose to stay friends with her. Another weird one, this might actually be, yeah, this is my last chip. The teacher had a hook for no apparent reason.
That was
he had a hook for her hand and it was never explained.
I know.
and it never came back in the movie.
Yeah.
And
He
it was
had a
like
hook.
obvious. Like it wasn't a very discreet prosthetic. Like he had a hook, and this
Yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
the actor, doesn't have an amputated hand.
Yeah, no he doesn't. So it was just really random and out of left field.
And like they highlighted it because they'd have him do like like in one shot he like slowly fixed his glasses.
Yeah,
because they
with the hook.
highlighted it.
I like the scene with that same guy. He's standing by his car. Fucking big ass football player over there is getting murdered and screaming, and
Yeah.
he's like, "It's okay, kids, just cry it out."
Yeah, just cry it out. Yeah. Yeah, the movie was funny. Do you have any more? But I like that, yeah, this movie's just a lot of big metaphors for like post-traumatic stress, for narcissistic relationships,
Yes.
for unrequited like gay love.
Yes.
Like there's just so much you can really unpack in this movie and it doesn't seem like it. Even when you're watching it, it takes like a little while after
To like set in.
to be like, "Oh yeah, that's a lot that happened in
Like,
there."
as I was writing my chips, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, holy shit. And it just like, there was just some way more than met the eye at first.
Yeah. So I definitely think I want to start adding in a segment too of what I want to do that we each I want to do over, under, or properly rated for a movie. I want us to go around and if
Oh, for like what ratings are on like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff.
no for like the general audiences and stuff of like movies, if you think this movie's overrated or underrated,
okay.
like how people talk
Yeah.
about it or think about it. And for me, I think it's underrated.
I would agree.
I agree.
Yeah, so unanimously it's underrated because even I was underrating it. Like before
Yeah.
I watched it, I was like, "Oh, it's just some stupid movie with a hot chick," but it's actually like way more than
It's
that.
a good movie with a hot chick.
Yeah. So it's definitely unanimously underrated. And what do you give this movie? How many chips out of 10?
What did I give Hansel and Gretel? 7?
I don't remember. I think so.
So I'll give it like it's definitely better. So 7.3.
You give it a 7.3.
Yeah. Make it 7.5, just around.
What did I give Hansel?
10 out of 10.
I did not give Hansel.
You gave it like a 6 or something.
Oh.
I gave it between 5 and 6.4. So I will give this between the more I think about it, the more I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10 chips.
I'll give it between a 7.5.
We need a solid number.
7.85
There we go.
7.8.
or 7.9.
7.9. So it's this movie gets a 21.2 out of 30.
What did Hansel and Gretel get?
Like a 14 or something. I think
No, Hansel and Gretel's fantastic.
this is one of the highest rated movies so far that we've reviewed.
Wow.
Unanimously. That's good. Yeah, so yeah, overall I really like this movie. It's really cool. So this movie has everything. What is it? There's lesbians. There's
You're like, that's it.
there's bloody gore.
Lots of metaphors for relationships.
There's a lot of
The more
metaphors.
you
Oh,
think
Chip is
about
a nice
it-
guy. Sorry.
Yeah, Chip was nice.
There's
But
nice boyfriends
if
that
you
die.
don't like guys, this is a good movie for you because not only are
There's
the guys
feminism.
getting
Feminism.
eaten, but the guys are not important in the
Yeah.
movie. Chip is the most important one, but he's not taking up more space than he needs to. He doesn't try and impede other people's
There's
space.
crop tops. There is a cult section in public school libraries. There's eyeliner.
There's naked swimming
Yeah,
Oh.
there is.
for no reason.
None
but
at
we
all.
So
loved
much naked.
it.
There's
okay, though.
tongue burning.
That was also
um,
that was hot.
Yeah. It was literally hot.
There's nothing we
Yeah.
can do that's really-
So we enjoy this
I know.
movie. Go check it out. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. And until next time, this has been Movie Addicts Anonymous. Bye.
Bye.